the early summer of 2026, a strange yet poetic phenomenon took over the global internet. It started with a minimalist luxury campaign: white and blue, wind and sea. While it was originally a fragrance tagline for Ralph Lauren, millions of fans worldwide saw it as a prophecy for the Magnolia Awards, one of the most prestigious honors in Chinese television. They coined the phrase, "White Magnolia, Sea of Success." But as we stand on the brink of the award ceremony, we must ask, is this just fan-driven hype? Or are we witnessing a historic shift in the industry? Director Zheng Xiaolong, a titan of Chinese cinema, gave us the answer when he praised Xiao Zhan's portrayal of Zang Hai. He didn't just say he was good. He said the actor's bones, flesh, and spirit were all in perfect alignment with the character. Today, we dive deep into the specific scenes that earned him this recognition. Scenes that prove Xiao Zhan isn't just a global icon, but a transformative actor who has mastered the art of internalized performance. To appreciate Xiao Zhan's nomination, we must understand the glass ceiling of the Magnolia Awards. For the past 13 years, the Best Actor trophy has been almost exclusively reserved for modern realism. Dramas about social issues, family dynamics, or crime. Historical dramas, or guzhuang, were often dismissed by the jury as idol-driven spectacles lacking psychological depth. Xiao Zhan's nomination for The Legend of Zang Hai has shattered this long-standing prejudice. He didn't play Zang Hai as a typical hero. Instead, he brought a gritty, modern psychological realism to this historical setting. He proved that a period piece could carry the same emotional weight as a contemporary masterpiece. By securing 6 core nominations, The Legend of Zang Hai has forced the industry to acknowledge that great acting transcends genre. This isn't just a personal win for Xiao Zhan. It's a victory for the artistic integrity of historical storytelling. Let's perform a surgical analysis of the now legendary Episode 18. This is the Carriage Confrontation. Zang Hai is trapped in a confined space
with Bing Jinho,
the man responsible for his family's massacre. This is the ultimate test of survival. Xiao Zhan delivers what I call a layered performance. He has to play a character who is himself acting. He must convince the Marquis that he is a terrified, low-level strategist, all while hiding a soul consumed by vengeance. Layer 1, the biological mask. Notice the micro-tremors in his hands. This isn't just acting scared. It's the character strategically choosing to show vulnerability to make the Marquis feel superior and in control. Layer 2, the cold calculation. While his body trembles, look at his eyes in the split seconds when the Marquis looks away. There is a chilling clarity there. He is assessing his enemy, planting seeds of doubt, and even manipulating the Marquis into turning against his rivals. This is internalized acting at its peak. He doesn't rely on grand gestures. He uses the rhythm of his breathing and the subtle dilation of his pupils to tell 2 stories at once: the story of a victim and the story of a mastermind. This level of psychological complexity is exactly what the Magnolia jury looks for. One of the most profound moments in the series occurs in episode 34, The Family Banquet. Interestingly, this scene wasn't in the original script. Director Cao Yiwen added it at the last minute because she felt the audience needed to see Zang Hai's greatest weakness, his imposter syndrome, the feeling of not deserving happiness. In this scene, Zang Hai is surrounded by his mentor, his lover, and his friends. It should be a moment of joy, but for Zang Hai, it is a moment of excruciating pain. Xiao Zhan has almost zero dialogue here, yet his performance is deafening. Through the use of shengyi, slow-motion cinematography, we see the raw fragility in his eyes. He steals glances at the people he loves, but his expression is one of stolen happiness. He believes that as a man dedicated to a blood feud, he has no right to a normal life. The tightening of his jaw and the way he fights back tears without ever letting them fall perfectly illustrate the unspeakable loneliness of a survivor. The background track, Reunion, provides a haunting contrast. The music is warm, but Zang Hai's soul is still cold and isolated. This scene marks the crucial character arc, where Zang Hai begins to transition from a revenge machine back into a human being. Finally, we must talk about the method acting details that only the most observant viewers noticed. After his escape from the imperial tomb, Zang Hai sustains a serious wound. For the remainder of the series, Xiao Zhan maintains a subtle physical memory of this injury. Whether he is in a crowded courtroom or a private study, his hand instinctively hovers near the site of the wound, and his posture slightly favors one side. This level of physiological continuity is rare. It requires the actor to stay in character even when the camera isn't focused on them. It's the difference between performing and embodying. While the official promotion clips were unfairly short, only 29 seconds compared to a full minute for others, this marketing gap doesn't matter. The jury sees the full 40 episodes. They see the silent dedication or self-sacrificing approach Xiao Zhan took to this role. Conclusion: White and Blue, Wind and Sea. On June 26th, the awards will be announced. But regardless of the trophy, Xiao Zhan has already redefined what it means to be a leading man in the global era. He has proven that silent restraint is often more powerful than a loud scream. As we wait for the magnolia to bloom, we celebrate an actor who stayed true to his craft in the face of all noise.